Hello, everyone. Welcome to Awareness Meetings Online, Awareness Moments. Good to see you, everyone. Hello, Dora from Holland. Hello, Vladimir. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Mehar. So, welcoming you, all of you that you are gathering here in these awareness meetings, where we dive deep into our consciousness, and that we are giving our time to become more aware of what we carry inside, how our true feelings and how our true essence. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. Good to see you from Spain, Nacho from Portugal, from Holland, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Italy. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Hello from France, David. Thank you, everyone. Hola, hola. Welcome. So we are gathering here all together in these awareness meetings where we have been since the beginning of quarantena. In March, I started to do online meetings every day. Hello from Brasilia and Ukraine. So, hello, Carla. So, doing these online meetings since the beginning of quarantena, where most of us, we started to stay at home before, even if it was a recommendation or a true request from our governments. And I decided to start to do this online meeting so we could really go on with awareness blossoming and consciousness inside of ourselves. And it has been a beautiful momentums. In April, we started only with 2 per week on Tuesdays and Fridays, because I've been giving a lot of sessions, because more and more people are feeling the consequence of being isolated, with fear from the future and doubts, conflicts that they are rising in families, and difficulties already to deal with strong emotions. That's why I've been giving more sessions to the ones that they really need through this movement that we have created. And I want to tell you that we will go on with these live meetings so we can really support taking moments for being with ourselves and to dig what is really real for each one of us. So hello, Rita from Portugal, Greece, Apostolia, Paulina. Hello, everyone. So first of all, these meetings is not about you following me, that I'm not putting myself in a place of guru, just in a place of someone that really pay attention and give my life to this work that is consciousness, is my focus in life. So everything that I will say here, if resonates inside, fantastic. If it doesn't resonate inside, fantastic too. This is a true meeting for you to have a self-inquiry moment, so you can start to really meet who you truly are, and to go through all the layers of conditioning or belief systems that you carry, that you think that you are in a certain way. So it's what we come here to do, so we can support each other to really rise in our consciousness, especially in these moments of the quarantena, that they are such a big opportunity for us to come out more confident, more conscious, and to deal with the wounds that we carry and facing who we truly are, because we are locked down. So we will start with our connecting grounding meditation today, as usual. And then we will go to a very important theme, that is fake positivism and spiritual bypass, and what it means for myself and how I see it. And I hope that I can support you to go a little bit deeper into what really means spirituality. So welcome from Ukraine. Welcome, Jana from Buongiorno from Italy. Welcome, everyone that we are here. Welcome, Ira, Paula, everyone. So, everyone, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. The ones that you are seated in a chair or in a couch, put your feet on the ground. And the ones that you are seated in lotus position, straight your back. Take a deep breath. And another one. Pressing your feet on the ground and feeling the heaviness of your body against the ground, against the chair or the pillow. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And I invite you to visualize under the ground of your house, Earth, planet Earth, what some of us we call Pachamama. Breathing in, breathing out, and visualizing all the rivers, the oceans, the beach, the perfect waves, the trees and the flowers, the mountains, snow, the storms and the wind and the dark night full of stars, the sun. Breathing in, breathing out, all the deserts and the forests and the jungles. Breathing in, breathing out, visualizing all our brothers and sisters, animals and humans. Breathing in, breathing out. And for now, I invite you to recognize this amount of abundance in our planet. So many colors and sounds and smells. Breathing in, breathing out. Acknowledging that even if you are locked down in your home, in quarantena most of the time, that everything outside is still pulsating life more than ever. They are breathing in, breathing out with you, with this interconnection between oxygen and dioxide carbon. Breathing in, breathing out. And you are a pulsation of life, like everything around you. And nothing and nobody can steal this connection from you. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a deep breath. And realize where in your body you can feel this relaxation. Maybe for some of you, it's your feet, other is your legs, maybe your belly, or heart, or chest, arms, hands. Breathing 3 times in that place where you feel some relaxation. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inviting that relaxation to expand to all of your body. Breathe in, breathe out, to expand into your heart and into your mind. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. So, hello everything. Take a deep breath. So today the theme that we are all entering in is about fake spirituality or fake positivism and bypassing spirituality. So welcome everyone to a very deep momentum, and I really hope that I can support your true awareness, a dive into true awareness. So as I was saying, anything that I say here is for you to really see if it resonates inside, and that's fantastic. And if it's not, it's fantastic anyway. So about this theme, there's a big current of that to be a spiritual person, we need to behave, we need to speak, we need to think in a certain way. And that means that somehow we create an image of what it means to be spiritual. It means that we have a projection of what really means. And a lot of times put us in a place that we need to behave, to speak, even to dress in a certain way. So there's a division, there's a separation of what is spiritual and what is not spiritual. And what I would like to present you is that nothing is not spiritual. Everything that we live, that we feel, that we think, it's impossible to be in a separation of what is spiritual, because everything is spiritual. The matter is spiritual. Life is already being spiritual. But in this mind separation, that what we do, all the judgments, all the criticism that we provoke, all the labels that we put of what could be, should be spiritual, is something that isolates us and separates us from what really means to be in our true essence and spirituality. That's why in our days, there's a big confusion in our days, and for centuries, there was a big confusion in what really means to be spiritual. If you look to mankind history, since centuries, all the religions and all the churches, no matter what was the religion or the name that we gave to God through that religion, they provoke always a separation what means to be spiritual, because they always put something to achieve, a God that is outside and we are the sinners, or we need to behave in a certain way so we can be accepted by that religion. Spirituality is something that goes beyond any religion. Spirituality, true spirituality, or even the word true here doesn't make any sense. Spirituality goes beyond any philosophy or any description of what should be. So what does it mean, spirituality? For me, in my opinion, in my way of living, in my capacity of sensing life, True spirituality means that we have the capacity to hold what is really happening to ourselves without judging, without separation, without wanting to be different. So most of the time, what happens to us, and that's of course the main reason, is because how we were raised in this society. uh, Everything that happens to us, any feeling that happens to us, we immediately start to react, because somehow we want or to grab or to reject. So there's this need to feel at peace, this need to feel positive emotions, this need to believe that somehow we already know something, that we achieve a certain dimension. What that make us to do, to feel, that what that put us is in a position that we are in an effort to achieve what we imagine, what we create as a projection that spirituality should be. So in this sense, of course, we all start to run in the direction of what spirituality should be. We all start to follow thousands of gurus that tell us how to achieve peace, how to become um, calm, how to become positive. And most of the time, what we are doing is trying to recreate the image that we think that spirituality it is. So, in my point of view, in my perspective, true spirituality is an act of consciousness, is where we allow ourselves to dive deep into the pure consciousness that we are, but we don't remember, and most of the time we don't acknowledge. So true spirituality is the possibility that each one of us have to become the conscious beings that we are, but we have so many layers of unconscious conditioning and unconscious emotions, repressed emotions and belief systems and ideas created by the mind, that doesn't allow us to really be in touch and to accept the present moment and our true essence. So if if my words are helping you to step by step to become more in touch with your own depth, please write me here in Facebook Direct, or make me a heart or any symbol, an Instagram Direct, so I can see if we can go a little bit deeper in this awareness meeting. Fantastic. Thank you for your symbols. Yes. In Facebook Direct, you need to write, because I have this program that I don't see the symbols when you put the hearts, rain of hearts. Yes. Deeper always. Fantastic. 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 Good. So we can go on with our awareness meeting. Thank you for your symbols. Thank you so much. Thank you for your interaction, so I understand that we can continue our talk. Fantastic. So what normally we are looking for in our spiritual path is a way for us to feel better. It's a way to feel at peace, a way to feel more calm. But what we are doing in this deep desiring to feel at peace, in this desire to feel more calm or more happy, is that we are already creating another desire. And that desires, what they do is to make a separation of what is really happening to us. So if for a moment we allow ourselves just to be present for what is really happening, if we allow ourselves to accept what is really happening there without any judgment or criticism, if we can embrace what is happening in that moment, even if it's deep discomfort, even if it's deep pain, even if it's deep joy or clarity, if we allow ourselves to embrace as a loving mother, a caring mother or father that tell us it's okay. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel so joyful that the entire world seems small to you, that you want to share this love. If you allow yourself to feel this even discomfort, not only in the emotions, but what these emotions provoke in your body, if you allow yourself not to run away from it, what we are really doing is holding a true space of this acceptance and this deeper and wider piece of accepting anything that happens, including non-peace, including all what normally we want to call negative emotions and positive emotions. What we call negative emotions and positive emotions are only labels that somehow we had to create this dialogue, this labeling, so we could function in this way that we live. But in a deeper way, in a profound way, all the emotions, they are just guests that they come to our presence, and we can embrace them and to accept them without fighting with them, without trying to fix the way we feel, without to make an effort to send them away. And in this deeper space of being present for what we are truly experiencing, from this true and deep space of allowing the experience to manifest itself, where we can, our true consciousness, our true presence can hold the space for them to exist, we start to touch this true presence inside of us that doesn't have the need to label, doesn't have the need to do the separation, doesn't have the need to fix, doesn't have the need to send them away. The more we do effort to fix, the more we do effort to work with them, to transform them, the more we engage in the illusion of the need to do something. The more we become present as a true loving mother or father, and we can hold them with a distance of we know, we sense that the emotions and thoughts, they come and go as gas at clouds in this blue sky, and we sustain this presence, that we relax in this presence, the more the true spirituality that we call the true spirituality, that at the end is consciousness, more and more we become this state of awareness that we are all desperate to look for. Being desperate takes us to places that we are always looking for something to work on, to transform, to fix, to forgive. Of course, in the emotional level and in the mind level, in the intellectual level, this work is very important. This inner inquiry, this that I like to call compassion in inner inquiry. And why do I say compassion, inner inquiry? Because to do a true inner inquiry that requires intellectual and emotional work, beyond that, to sustain that work that will allow us to transform our actions and reactions, we need our inner observer, our true presence, our consciousness to be in the present moment. And through our true presence, our own consciousness, our true consciousness, we can hold the space for what is really there. And when we really hold the space without trying to avoid, without trying to run away, without trying to fix, what happens is that every emotion, every experience, every feeling, every emotion, they are gates for a true curiosity of our self-inquiry. And only through the true observer that can observe with curiosity what is going on with us, we can start to allowing all these inner spaces to have space of what? Of our presence, of our true consciousness, and to just holding the space for them. And that is the main environment that I always try to create in the work, in the retreats and the individual sessions with anyone. Of course, there are moments that we are so drawn to emotions, we are so drawn to certain ways of behaviors and feelings and thoughts that we need to have certain techniques to help us to slow down this addictive behavior of feelings and thoughts and actions, to have a space to slow down so we can enter the state of inner presence. So every time that we find ourselves judging, analyzing, criticizing, labeling, or projecting in someone that that person knows more, or projecting that in a certain ritual or in a certain practice we will define our spirituality, or the way we dress, or the way we talk, that will define how we are truly spirituality. We are still in a very superficial and projection way of really engaging in this depth of true presence and consciousness. Because when we are in this depth of true presence and conscious, there is no ritual, there is no religion, there is no way of speaking, there is no way of dressing, there is not even the way of explaining that will resonates, because what real resonates is the capacity to be present. And through true presence, that we need to allow ourselves to sink more and more, day by day, step by step, through the layers of conditioning, through the layers of emotional body, through the layers of the belief systems that we carry for centuries and in this life, the more we allow us to sink into presence, we will start to relate with life and others, looking from what is truly vibrating in that situation, in that person. And we can see beyond all the beautiful words, we can see beyond all the way that person dress, or beyond all the even the fake words that that person really believes that she's saying, all the rituals. Because anything, the only way to have a true ritual is through the presence. The only way to be in consciousness and true spirituality is to be in that true presence, that we are opening to the experience no matter what. And that's why we see so many people that they are labeled as gurus, as priests, as great speakers, and inspire people to, after years of really having this power and this grace of the word, this instrument that is to release a good speech, to inspire people. And sometimes we receive news that they were, abusing their clients, they were liars. Because sometimes we even confuse charisma with true spirituality. We confuse the way someone speaks and knowledge, the knowledge that we acquired by reading, by going to other people's works, with true spirituality. True spirituality, true presence, true consciousness goes beyond anything that we want to label as that. True consciousness, true spirituality embrace in this moment what is going on. And of course, when we start to vibrate and to sit in that presence, many other situations and experience doesn't make sense, but there is an acceptance, there is a allowing to that experience to happen inside of you and outside of you. And what I want really today to point to give you from my space, where I am, with this awareness that I have in this moment, is that most of the time we are just allowing ourselves to grab anything and any tool, so we pretend that we are in peace, that we pretend that we are already achieved something, that we pretend that we feel happy. And true awareness is not about pretending. So if you allow the discomfort, if you allow the pain, if you allow the beauty, if you allow the peace, if you allow the confusion to be in that moment, you are truly, step by step, allowing yourself to become more conscious. So everyone, if my words are helping you in this moment, can you please write me in Facebook direct? Your comments can be with symbols or anything that you want to write. And Instagram direct, please, you can put all the symbols so we interact and I can have this feedback from you that we are really supporting step by step this diving deep into the expansion of this presence that we are here inviting with each other. Okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. So just pointing here some examples, not that I want to speak about anyone, but just pointing some facts. Sometimes the most simple person, or sometimes a person that did already so many horrible things, they can be even more spiritual and more compassion than a person full of self-righteousness, that they already know everything. And why? Because true presence is the capacity that we have to embrace all the experience. And when we have the capacity to embrace all the experience, especially inside of us, or what outside experience provoke inside of us, that sometimes is deep anger, deep jealous, rage, or beauty, or ecstatic pureness of the moment, automatically we hold this presence for the others. So what we are trying to do daily, in daily life, day by day, is only to avoid certain feelings or just grabbing an idea of what we should be. Practical spirituality, true spirituality, is to allow ourselves, is the possibility, is the capacity to just to relax in our inner observer that allow us the experience to happen without running away, without trying to fix, or without trying to grab. When we are doing all of this, we are already out of the present moment. We are already out of consciousness. When we try to hold something, when we try to label something, we are already on the mind games and projection games. And most of us, we live there. And most of people that we are trying to teach certain tools, certain techniques, we are living in that dimension and vibration. It requires great courage. It requires great faith in the mystery of life to let go all the concepts, to let go all the belief systems, and to embrace what is really happening to us, what is really being asked from ourselves to be experienced, from a place that we allow ourselves to sit and observe, to sit and feel, to sit and to just be there. Not even accept is the word. Not even allowing is the word. That is already another concept of our mind that tries to have a language to explain to our rational body, to our emotional body, what we are doing. So true spirituality goes beyond even the concepts that we try to find to explain what is spirituality. When we start to go beyond even the concepts, and of course we all need concepts to pass a message, to enter a dialogue, to enter a true communication between two beings. But to be in this practical spirituality, in this true presence, goes beyond even these dialogues with ourselves and other beings, and even with ourselves. It requires this deep presence that we hold the space as a loving mother or a loving father, where it's okay to anything that we experience. That's why when I work with therapy, of course, we have techniques to hold the space, to help that person to start to come back to her present, and to learn how to have more space to hold all these emotional lives that happens to us. But even in therapy, my best support to each person that comes is to really to hold the space to true consciousness, to allow that person to start to become more in touch with this true presence inside of her, without trying to run away or trying to grab the situation that normally we call pleasure. So when we wrote the title Fake Positivism, is because there are so many now techniques that they want to tell you that you need to be positive, that if you are positive, you will manage, that if you are positive, negativity will fade away. And my perspective, my point of view in this is, the more you try to fix, the more you try to transform, the more you will engage in this effort that doesn't take us anywhere, only put us in a big running to achieve something. That's why for me, when I true mastery, not even true master, true mastery is a space inside of us that we can really sustain our meeting with ourselves. That's why in shamanism, and even in many religions, ancient religions and philosophies, one of the biggest containers, environments, is solitude. When we go to nature or to somewhere that we are confined to a space, and we need to be with ourselves without any distraction, any book, any mantra, any prayer, any song, any interaction, and we really need to start to come back to a place where we can have the container in ourselves to observe what is going on inside, that meeting will take you to a very compassion and neutral space, that you know that everything that you feel, that you think, all the emotions, all the belief systems that you encounter, they are products of emotional body that travel for centuries, from generation to generation, that travel for centuries on the way we behave and we live in society, but is just in a very superficial place of existing. because the depth of our presence is something that is bigger and wider than everything that we can feel and think. So I pray that we all can go into that space of true presence, that we can accept, that we can hold the space for what is really happening. And we don't need to have the need to separation, to criticize and judge. We only observe what is there, and we can have, from that space of consciousness, the choice of what we want to do or to react to that momentum. And that's the beauty of being conscious. And that's the most precious thing of being conscious, is more and more this true presence grows, and we have, through the emotional body and the mind body, the capacity to choose where we want to stand and how we want to act and react. But it's a conscious choice and not a projection and not a reaction. And this takes time, and this takes step by step, day by day, and a capacity of ourselves to sit back and watch what is happening inside and outside. Take a deep breath, everyone. Another deep breath. So before we go into our last meditation of the day, I want to present you an exercise. But before, if my words are supporting you, please, can you write me? Can you put a symbol so I understand, written, so I can really understand that we are in this communication and that my words are supporting your awareness. Thank you for your comments. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your beautiful comments that I really appreciate. That I really appreciate all this communication that we sustain for each other, that we interact in this way in a very deep environment that we all, at all Tuesdays and Fridays, we create here. Fantastic. So that's why I see many people falling in traps like the need to dress in a certain way, the need to belong to a certain community, the need to speak in a certain way, even choosing what they want to speak. I see working in shamanism for a long time, I receive many comments sometimes like this: why are you so normal? Why you don't have all these feathers? Or sometimes I see the eyes just looking for please give me how do you say, a door that I can hold to, because if you would speak in a certain way or dress in a certain way, I know that should be correct, that And for me, I take that as a big compliment, as a true compliment, even if people, they are not aware that they are doing it. And why? Because the less theater we have around us, the less um, the less needs for anchors to hold on. That means that we all are already in a place that we are really connecting ourselves for this true presence that doesn't need anything to be related or to be expressed by. And that's why I see many people going to these very hard situations where they project all their own power, their all wisdom into people that teaches them something. And always my role, because of this consciousness and all these so many situations that I already went through, what I call unconscious hypocrisy in this spiritual path. And I will repeat, unconscious hypocrisy on this spiritual path, because if people that they hold the space for this confusion, they would be conscious, they would not do it. And I can see where I was confused too, and how only presence and honesty bring us to this place. There's no need for a theater. There's no need for a way of expressing. But the true need is for true presence. The true need is for true consciousness. The true need is to accept that even the unconscious and the hypocrisy are part of this step by step, allowing us to become more and more present. So, before I start with exercise, I want to tell you that the more I work, the more we work, the more true acceptance and true inner silence and true self-inquiry starts to blossom. And through that, a true compassion starts to grow. And a true embracement of what we are, we start to grow. And don't create an illusion to yourself that the spiritual person is not angry. And don't create an illusion that the spiritual person is not a sexual person. And don't create that the spiritual person is anything that you create. Spirituality, true spirituality is true present. And your presence will be different than mine and mine. But the true meeting in this present happens. Because each one of us, we have a way to manifest ourselves. Each one of us have a way to exist. And that's the beauty of this abundant paradise of human beings, animal, rocks, stars, that we come to this dimension that is duality. And only by true presence and true acceptance we can embrace this duality, and we can go beyond this duality. And to really integrate this work, I want to propose a very short exercise, very short, before we end with our last prayer. So everyone, take a deep breath. And we go directly in the exercise to the prayer. They are together today. Take a deep breath, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And I want you to visualize one of the most terrible moments of your life. Just visualize them. Breathing in, breathing out. The most terrible, what you consider the most terrible moment. Breathing in, breathing out. And for now, just for now, embrace that experience without judgment, without labeling, without criticizing. If there is any emotion, let it come. If there is any sound, busy noise in your mind or in your body sensations, let it be. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And in this exactly moment, without doing anything to that experience, just invite one of the most beautiful experiences in your life. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And if any emotion comes, let it come. And if any busy noise in your mind or in your body sensation comes, let it be. Breathing in, breathing out. And just for now, just let it be. Just observe both experience. Breathing in, breathing out. And now notice that you are that consciousness that can invite both experience and to hold them. Breathing in, breathing out. And just for now, recognize that you are the consciousness that you can invite both experience just to be. Breathing in, breathing out. Putting your hands in your heart right now. Taking a deep breath. And just being there with your observer, with your consciousness, without trying to run away from what you call a difficult experience, not trying to hold the most beautiful experience, just observing them, inviting life to yourself. Take a deep breath, everyone. Open your eyes. And today I will end with this poem of Rumi that is one of the most beautiful ways to resume everything that I was here delivering to you. It calls from my beloved Rumi, the guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meaningness, some momentary awareness comes, has an expected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows, who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing out for some new delights. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So everyone, praying that we all can embrace life experience, because it's a blessing to have the possibility to experience life and to embrace it. I hope this online meeting, awareness meeting today can really support your growth and your true consciousness and presence. All my love to all of you. Have a beautiful weekend, and we meet on Tuesday again with all my heart, all my trust in the goodness of mankind, that we are here as brothers and sisters, experience life So today we keep on praying for all together that we can all go through this quarantena and really supporting each other to rewrite mankind history. All my love to you. See you very soon. See you very soon. I'm ending the broadcast in Instagram Direct. To Facebook, I send you all my love, ending this broadcast and sending you all the awareness that we can have in this moment, so we can really embrace our life experience and this unique momentum of mankind. All my love to you. See you on Tuesday. I'm trying to end broadcast. Just a minute. Here it is. Now I will end. All my love to you. Have a beautiful weekend.